All right. So you, uh, uh, I suppose a brief recap. You all made it to Kazul along with a badger who is technically following Zakai around right now. So we will just exclude Badge from whatever we're doing tonight, likely saving his life. Uh, for all intents and purposes, Zakai and Brackle are still there within your bubble. They're just floating in space. Uh, they're on the other side, ethereal for tonight. We got to Kazul, Crowbar, and Elias were accosted by some tangleweed in the desert, but they were able to get out by themselves, no thanks to the party, who were windwalking at the time. Everything else was basically just deciding where to go and getting there. The only other things of note, the two guards at the wall of the city when you approached recognized Urzak based on his sword, not based on what he looks like. So that should give you an idea of how well known the station of the Eternal Blade is in Kazul, not necessarily the person carrying the sword. But he was able to get you one night stay in Kazul should you need it or want it. You don't necessarily have to take it if you don't want to. And the two guards up on the top of the wall there decided to let you in, and they opened the door, which I remind you is a single piece door that opens vertically. There's a mechanism that you saw them turning. One humanoid was able to turn it and open the door by himself. The door opens all the way up. It's about 10 feet high, so it can open to about a 10 by 10 square leading into this bottom right section of the city. The gate closed behind you when you passed through, and I believe Zakai tried to curse one of the guys up on the wall and failed.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he failed or succeeded.
He tried to cast Bane. I think they saved.
Bane, yeah, he tried to cast Bane.
Why is our cleric baning random guards?
I don't know. None of your characters would know that he tried to do it. So
I thought he was kind of a dick or
Badge
something.
brought out his dark
basically.
side.
No, he's being a douche.
Badge just bringing the chaos. Yeah.
Who does he worship again? The
Cassius.
Cassis.
Cassis, yeah. Who is largely a good deity. So
okay, I was just curious.
Take that from what you will. But I'm going to move you over to a different map now. You've just passed through the wall, and the guards are behind you. Currently in your party, you have the 5 of you plus Elias, who came in with Crowbar. And as you pass through the wall, you are kind of taking in your surroundings. The district that you enter is clearly not super well off, but it's not like squalid shelters like you saw outside of the walls. There are houses that are very squished together, very little yard space. It's mostly just dirt street and houses. Some of them don't have complete roofs even. Some of them are thatched. Others have more reinforced structuring with mud and sand and kind of makeshift concrete type of things. A few of them are even missing doors. But again, they're not like the detrimental conditions of the people living outside of the walls. There is nobody outside. Notably, you cannot see anyone outside of their houses. Urzak, you would know historically, just being within the vicinity of this place in the last 5 years, or hearing of it since the insurrection, since everything went down. The people that are not in power, or the people that are being oppressed by those that are more stronger or richer, essentially, try to stay out of anybody else's way at all costs. It kind of goes along the same vein of keeping your face covered. Uh, Anything you can do to not reveal your identity to somebody who may have more power than you at any point in time could save your life if you cross the wrong person. So you kind of move into this district, this poor district, and you're kind of walking around, looking around for no more than 10 minutes, and you begin to hear commotion back at the gate, back at the wall you just came through. And as you look back, or I guess I should ask if you even look back. Billy brought up a good point today. Maybe you guys don't care. Do you guys just want to go into the city, or you start to hear commotion? You hear the two guards yelling down at somebody outside. I'll leave it at that.
Vern would, because Vern walks in and sees this sort of like, again, not like totally destitute or anything, but just like run down sort of shanty town. And he lights up, and he's very fascinated because he always, tries to identify more with how this side lives and like wants to be part of this humble world. So I think that if there's a chance there's a commotion and he can get nosy and learn more about this area and the denizens of it, he would happily turn around and start walking that way.
Okay. Yeah, it is pretty much directly behind you at this point, Vern. You hear the commotion from above. It is the two guards that you talked to just a few minutes ago, yelling back over the wall at somebody on the other side. You can't see or hear who is yelling back up at them, but you can tell that there is another creature outside making some type of noise. You can't quite make it out from where you are. If you start walking back towards the wall, make a perception check, actually, Vern.
Okay.
Yeah, with 17, you can distinctly call out, or you can tell that there are multiple voices, different voices, coming from the other side of the wall. You can't hear what they're saying specifically. You can't make out what language they're speaking or the words that they're saying, but you can tell that one of them seems very, very frightened, and the other few almost seem like they're laughing, like they're enjoying their time, that they're having a good time.
Vern turns to the rest of the party and be like, guys, something's going on over here, and we just wind walked from that direction. I don't remember seeing anything. Did you guys see anything as we were passing over?
I did not see anything.
We were just so
No,
caught up in the
you
excitement of wind walking.
Yeah, mostly the city.
Eric may have taken note of the big bay of Kazul.
Actually,
Being a water dude.
Eric did not pay attention and paying attention to the water.
Crowbar and Eric have the highest survival. Why don't the two of you make a survival check?
Okay.
To see if you noticed anything coming into the city. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. Crowbar, you would notice with a 17, you would have noticed getting into the city kind of at a slower pace than a wind walk, like approaching the actual city. You'd have noticed several sets of tracks kind of horizontal to the face of the wall that you were approaching, going through a lot of the squalid districts. They appeared to be boots or armored boots, leading far along the wall. Eric, you would notice with a 24, as you are wind walking up, approaching the building, because you're more in tune with nature and you're kind of acclimated to the way sand works, being from the coast, you would notice that there are very unnatural looking dunes of sand on either side of the wall, or either side of the open, like the gate opening, maybe 50 feet out from the wall itself. So you would have noticed some sand dunes that you thought maybe were man-made. They definitely were not naturally occurring the way that they looked to you. And now Vern is telling you that something is happening outside of the wall.
Can we hear anything that the guards are saying? Are we close enough to hear them?
Yes. So you would hear essentially kind of what they said to you guys. At first, you can hear them calling down and asking what the people on the other side of the wall are doing here. You can hear them asking, what their business is in Kazul would be today, where they're coming from. You would notice that the guard that did most of the talking, the human guard, he seems more concerned with the creatures that are out there now than he was with you guys. You can tell that right now nothing really terrible has transpired, and it sounds like they're just trying to keep as calm as possible.
And the doors which you so vividly described, it closed after we entered.
It closed, yeah, it dropped down behind you guys.
Okay. Can I just, because some of the people sounded like they were distressed. Some of the people sound like they're having a good old time. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, at
What is it?
least one voice sounds like they're in distress, and at least one or two other voices sound like they are having a good time. Like everything's fine.
Can I don't know how well he'll be able to communicate what he sees, but can I send Zapdos skyward to take a peek over
There you go.
the edge of the wall?
You sure can. Where are you sending him? Actually, I will give you this token, which I believe
Probably
you have.
A tiny guy.
much less intimidating than an entire group of people just walking up to the front gate behind the two guards.
Right.
Hey, what are you doing up here?
Yeah. You can send Zapdos.
I'll send him.
I would
I'll send
say
him southward if that's okay.
okay. Yeah,
Like not
you should be
directly
able
in
to
the line of
control that
sight.
token. So
What token? I don't see any tokens.
the Zapdos token.
He's next to Elias.
I don't see the party either. Hang on, let
Oh,
me
you have to
refresh
go
it.
to the right side of the wall.
Am I on the wrong side of the wall? Really?
The map is pretty big.
Oh,
If you zoom out,
there we are. Thank
Oh
you
my
so much. How do I not have a way to like drag over? Like, where's my little bar at the bottom of my screen?
I just right click
Oh,
and
okay.
drag.
That's a good idea. All right, there we are.
can be
Okay.
controlled
Yeah,
by.
yeah, yeah. Oh, this makes more sense. So, if you put a lot more space on that side of the wall, wonder why. Okay. Yeah, Zapdos, I will. Wait, this is this what? What is this? Oh, it's not
Oh,
Zapdos. Oh, there's Zapdos. What does
yeah, it
say?
is. Hold on.
Object.
Sometimes when you change the permissions on these tokens, it'll revert back to like the default name, like the randomized name that it gives the character at first.
Oh, okay.
It should be.
Gotcha. Zapdos. He's gonna fly. He's with me. He'll fly
Do it.
up
You
up
know what?
here, and So the guards won't like freak out and like shoot him out of the sky, and hopefully whatever's on the other side doesn't really pay him any notice either.
Just to maybe I can assist Zapdos. Can I send my Periton with him if the guards had seen it?
Yeah. Your Periton is a large creature.
Is it?
So
Well, yeah, it would have to be.
yeah,
Right?
for Death to ride it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a large creature, so you're welcome to do that. And you would notice that as you're passing through, the guards like acknowledge it. So it can
Yeah, okay.
definitely go through.
Okay. I just didn't want to be like, go, and then it goes, "Squawk," and then the guards shoot it.
Right. Yeah, the guards would not shoot your parents.
Something else might eat
I
it, but that's okay.
I forgot to make a token for that.
That's fine.
What does your Periton,
What's that?
what does your Periton look like?
That is a really good question, DM. I had envisioned it one way, and like I kind of wanted to not do it that way because you told me that everything that's metal gets fucking eaten out here. But I'm gonna stick with my initial concept, which was basically a. It actually, ironically, would be probably not quite the same or as intricate as well, maybe not as intricate, but similar to Zapdos and the fact that it's a metal bird. My concept of any of Tess summoned spirit steeds was that they were mechanical in nature, like he was.
Gotcha.
So I would say that there would just be like because the other thing is conceptually, it's like, is it actually because it's summoned as a spirit, but conceptually, is it still have like a physical? It still has a physical form, right? It has all the attributes of something that, it's not a ghost, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it's not.
It's a fey spirit that takes
Yeah.
the form you decide.
Mhm.
So I would be fine with whatever it looks like, and we'll just say that it does not get eaten by the metal monsters.
Yeah, you can do it either way. I'm honestly okay
Okay.
with all of the things I love turning to dust that are metal. But yeah, it looks kind of like a cross between like a I don't know there's actually a description of the animals, but it's like reindeer bird
Yeah.
Aw.
falcon. Yeah. Actually, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can copy. There we go.
How did you get the reindeer bird again?
Some greater steed.
Oh, okay.
There's something else in there. I feel like there's 3 animals, but I can't really remember it. But yeah, it's like a weird, like like a chimera's like this, and this. It's kind of like one of
Okay.
those weird mishmash creatures, but it probably doesn't look as intimidating because it's just kind of like a smooth metal, right? Like everything looks like kind of how like the joints and stuff and Zapdos are like kind of like a mesh like a weave, right? Like they
Mhm.
kind of look between organic and metal. I would
Yeah.
say they would be something similar, akin to that.
Yeah.
But since it's
Zapdos would best be described as like the Mark V Iron Man suit in Iron Man 2, where it's just like like plates of metal that form together. It's not quite
yeah,
um,
Mhm.
like like microbots, just
mhm,
like cascading over his body, but it's not just like full plate,
mhm.
like a
Okay.
full solid chunk. So he just
I
kind
would
of
say
like separates. Yeah.
yeah, it would probably be like the stuff that does animate would probably be similar to that, but since I'm kind of again imagining like a spiritual version of this, it has a physicality. It doesn't need to look like that pretty, right? Like so, it looks
Yeah.
like when it's still, it's probably just like looks very like smooth and almost like a gargoyle. I would assume.
Yeah.
Um,
Like like the new Tesla car next to any other car on the road, just like a big giant metal block.
yeah, yeah. So then it's like it starts to move, and then it's like it actually starts animating, right? And then it's like,
Right.
oh, this is like a breathing thing. But I will say that it would
You should
be
have control over that token now too, Billy. I gave you a
okay.
token in place of that, so we can find better art for next week if you want, or whenever we play this again. But
Yeah.
just as a placeholder, you can take that.
Okay. And I will say just the only color on it would be like a red and gold, which would be similar to like Test's main coat
Mm-hmm.
he wears. But yeah, just basically just wanted to send something else out with uh, the little boy to assist him.
I am adding
So
Zapdos and
potentially
Parrot.
so potentially when Trent rolls perception, uh, he doesn't fail miserably because it's a familiar or a little guy. I feel like familiars are like little pets, never have any luck with skill checks. So
Right.
But Zapdos is the birthday boy. Well, close to his
he is a
birthday.
birthday boy.
He gets
Zapdos rolled
he
well
gets
for his.
a D4 bonus, right?
Also, Periton has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight or smell. Apparently,
Perfect. Paraton,
Ooh,
even
look at
better.
that. Johnny,
Your
what are you
Paraton,
using?
he hit a 20 for his initiative. So
Oh yeah.
that makes
hear you
sense.
at all, Donnie.
Sorry.
I
All right.
probably-
I used the same one that Andrew posted the other day. That one.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I also missed half the description of your Periton, so
Oh, nice.
No, that's pretty much it. I
Still
just
pretty
talked about
cool.
it. Conceptually talked about it for about 5 minutes because it's a spirit.
this one was very cool, but it doesn't have antlers.
Try mid journey.
That's how I imagine Zapdos looks. Like the top part of it with like since it's a Vern, it's like the dragon.
Yeah.
Like the dragon modification that Vern's been putting on his bird to help steal stuff.
Slowly,
Yeah.
Zapdos just becomes a small bronze dragon.
A little baby bronze dragon.
All right. As soon as Zapdos clears the wall, Vern, he is going to telepathically call back to you, and you can hear that he is alarmed. He's going to say, 1 leader, 2 big guys, 4 little guys, 5 other little guys.
Leader, like okay, yes. 1 leader, 2 big. That's a
I was
lot.
also thinking a leader of cola as well.
Yeah, I was like, oh, go figure. This little machine with like the
Maybe I
analyzing
shouldn't
blood
yeah, I
density of
shouldn't
the
have led with that. If I had
vomit.
started with the other guys and then ended with leader, it would have made more sense.
Um.
Do you have
Okay.
telepathy with your steed, Teth? Is
Yeah,
that in
so
the spell?
as long as it's within a mile of me, I can
Oh,
communicate with it telepathically. It also knows a bunch of languages and other nonsense that we can get into later.
The Paraton is going to be much more eloquent. He's going to call back to you telepathically, Teth, and he's going to say something is wrong. They have taken hostages from the tents outside.
Okay. For context too, Periton also has 9 intelligence, which is pretty. I didn't realize it was that high. Which is pretty fucking good for
Smarter than Ui.
fucking smarter than Ui. Yeah, Teth would relay this, kind of look at Vern at the same time, just say, it appears they've taken hostages from the tents outside. And which I don't know if
Oh,
sounds like a maybe more than the those two might be able to deal with.
At the mention of that, Urzak's gonna run up the wall.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Go.
Uh,
People in distress.
You would know that it. We talked about it a little bit last week, but these are staircases.
Mhm.
Um, the outer portions are the bottoms, so you can run up those if you'd like. They are not gated.
Can I touch Urzak with some resistance?
I'm sure he'd love that.
Hell yeah.
Urzak,
Urzak will give
Urzak,
you
let me
a
touch you with
knowing
resistance.
nod.
yes.
he
Yeah, give him that
Urzak,
resistance.
before you head into danger, resistance. Here you go. From Paylor himself.
Eric, I don't have time for this.
I
Hurry
don't
up.
think I've introduced
Not
my
that
dad
big.
before. If you have a second,
Give
And
me the short version.
he good. He protect.
Good. He protects.
well done. No augury today, my boy.
Now's not the
As
time.
a
Urzak.
reminder, Teth, Crowbar, and Vern, you guys are in charge of the Periton, Elias, and Zapdos in battle, respectively. So you can take their turns. Can you see the tracker in here?
I'll be honest with you, Barlos. In order to not complicate things, I probably typically won't use the Periton too much
That's fine.
in battle. Um,
The Periton is third in the initiative order.
okay.
So I'll just call out their turns, and if you want to use them for anything, you can. If you don't want to,
Yeah.
they'll just disengage. So that's
Yeah.
Uh,
They
that's
just,
up
like,
to you
dodge.
guys. Whenever you want to take their turn, you can, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Uh,
Perfect.
yeah, I'm
Kicking
not letting
things off.
Zapdos get obliterated by one attack.
Right. Um,
No, not this.
Urzak, you come up the stairs and you already sense that both of them are uh, they are under a great stress. You can tell that they are super tense. Um, and at the top of the order is this right guard, the archer. He has his bow out and loaded and ready. And as you run up, he's going to look back at you and see your sword is pulled out. And he's going to look back down and he's going to fire an arrow and he's going to kick off the combat with his top initiative order. He's going to roll. You're going to see him plug 2 arrows right over the wall. And you're going to hear a man scream very loudly. And we're in combat, baby. Eric, it is your turn.
Okay. So I am concentrating on resistance for Urzak. I know that the dunes are a little bit strange, unnatural. I have to go back to when you told me about that and ask, did you say there were dunes on each side of the wall, within and without the city wall?
That was on the outside of the wall as you were approaching the city gate.
That's the outside, okay. Let's see.
You would also
What
notice
was-
the footprints that Crowbar noticed.
Okay, what was the size of the dunes in relativity to the gate? Or
Various. A few of them were much larger than the rest of them, but probably 15 to 20 in total.
that many? Okay. You did say man-made.
You
I
you would
have
assume
enough-
they are man-made because they don't look natural.
Oh, gotcha. I was gonna
Yes.
say, with that, do I have enough pause to be like, this is construction or something? Like they're just materials.
With with your check that you had, that's the 24. You would assume that they are not materials for a man-made purpose. You would be able to tell that it was sand, a pile of sand that's laying on sand. It just doesn't look like the wind would like sweep them up that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
Okay, second level. It says I already have 2 second level spells used. I must have done like I think someone was
I
poisoned,
don't know,
right? With
man.
Crowbar.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's
Yep.
also my
Crowbar
slot
and Elias.
for
Yep.
restoration. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I'll do that, and then bonus action Misty Step up to the top or next to the archer.
Okay.
Okay. So I just dragged 30 feet from where I was. I don't know if any other measurement you wanted me to consider, angle or anything.
I mean, it's pretty far up. It's about 20 feet up.
So
Hi, baby.
that far.
What happened?
Okay.
What did you do? Did you poop in the potty?
Sure did.
Heck yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
But I can at least move
Yeah.
You gonna go dump it out with Mama?
better.
Good choice of words.
Yes, Gordo is going downstairs. Yeah,
Nice, dude.
I hear him. Hey, you want to say goodnight to Papa? Yeah. Go say goodnight to Papa.
Night, night, buddy. I love you. You wanna say hi? Say hi, dudes. What are we playing? Yeah, you're saying hi. What are we? What's Papa playing right now? Oh, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. That's right. That is the Christmas tree. I do see it. That's really bright. There's Smokey, dude. Right, man. Are you ready to go in and go night night?
Papa can't have it. Please.
You wanna sit with Papa and watch the Christmas tree?
At first, I thought you said, "Papa, I'm famished." I was like, well,
Sometimes
that's
it
a
still
big.
takes a second. Most of my decoding is pretty fast now.
I was like, that is a very big word.
Not a bath night tonight, baby. We're gonna go read and go night.
Ready to go night night?
What happens when
Yeah.
your mom's a
Relax
teacher?
Say night,
Yeah.
Papa.
Night, dude.
Say good night, dude.
You learn those fucking
That's
vocab words super early.
Love you.
Pretty much anything we say, he can repeat. But it takes him, I don't know, maybe 5-10 times to start learning what it means. He's I don't know if it has anything to do with what we do at all. I think he's just like his soft skills and his fine motor skills are like way past gross motor. Like he can't climb or jump and he's afraid to play with other kids, but he can memorize 50 songs and tell you all the lyrics perfectly.
Are you telling us his mental stats are OP?
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect 20s in wisdom and intelligence.
Yeah, he just
Self-
min max. That's all.
Sulpina
Yeah,
3. Fucking 3.
All right, Eric, as you approach the front part of the gate, you realize exactly what Teth warned the party about. You see a large grouping and a well-dispersed grouping of very unsavory folks, and 4 of them have their hands physically on Kazul citizens, and they are holding them by the clothes. The guy up here in front is holding this guy by his hair. So he has him kneeling on the ground, holding him by the hair, by his scalp. And they are. Things obviously have moved past negotiation now because 2 arrows have been fired. You see that the arrows are inside of this guy back here.
Okay. All right.
They're just sticking out of his thigh.
I'm going to tell the archer on the wall, say, run to your general, and warn them.
A whole ass general.
I'm sorry,
I-
casters. The term general carries a different weight, but like,
yeah. I get. I think we get what you're
Hey,
saying.
no, yeah, we know. It's just
Yeah.
it's funny. It's funny to think about. We get the president of the United States here right now.
Please and thank you.
all the plot is with the generals. Go grab him.
Yeah. And he actually he's gonna make a check to see if he's not moving a muscle. He is frightened. He is scared of this situation totally. And he kind of, you can kind of see in his eyes that he knows that's the right thing to do, like alert somebody else. But you might assume that he's never quite been in a situation like this before. Kazul is a very well locked down city. And maybe this is his first watch, or he's a new guard, or something like that. But he is clearly very scared, and he is not going anywhere right now. But he ingests your words. Hears you.
I have just an action left on my turn, and maybe a little movement, but I would then turn to the knight and say,
Okay.
Take your.
Go find your general. Same exact thing.
No, I would say.
I'll allow you to just talk to both of them at the same time. That's fine. You can get your point across to both of them.
So I
they're
would
both
say
within earshot.
The two of you need to retreat back and get rally up the guard. And
Unfortunately, as a knight, that's so funny. The knight rolled the lowest initiative with a 3, and the archer rolled the highest initiative. Dang. Let's see what the knight. The knight is definitely competent. He is much more seasoned. He will. He hasn't really engaged in combat yet. He's just gonna kind of slink off, and he is going to start going to find reinforcements. But this archer, he actually, with his movement, he'll just hide before you started your turn. But yeah, good turn. Anything else, Eric?
Negative.
Okay. That brings us to Teth's Periton, if you'd like to do anything with it.
I think he would just, after getting that, initial sweep of information, he would just theoretically kind of do a circle and then head back to the other side of the wall, but just try one last time to discern any specifically if these are all humanoids, if some of them look a little different, if anything's like weird undeath going on here, or if it's just like a group of thugs essentially.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
All right, he's got a +3, but he's got advantage. Let's see. I'll just do it in here like this. And then F3. 16.
With a 16, does a Periton have any type of? Does he have your divine sense? Does that carry over to him, or is he just like at a glance trying to?
No, he doesn't have. I don't think he does share some. He shares spells if I cast it on myself. Like
Gotcha.
if he's like for mounted combat, it'll actually split the spells. But at a initial, I've never used this spell before. I don't think it does.
Gotcha. Dude in front, definitely human. 100%, he can tell you that with certainty. This group is being led by a human person. The two large creatures behind him, I think, with as high an intelligence as the Periton has, uh, it would be relatively certain that they are not human, and possibly a fae or fiend, some type of innately magical creature. Nothing crazy like a giant or a monstrosity or aberration. Some sort of like quasi humanoid for sure.
Yeah.
All of the smaller guys behind here, all of their faces are covered, their bodies are covered. Uh, there would be no way to tell for sure from where
Yeah.
the Periton is.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Just wanted to do that little loop and get some intel, and then just dive behind the wall.
Okay. All right. The next 4 turns are going to be taken by these guys here, these hooded guys. Arrows start flying. They stick into this guy down here, and they see the archer that shot them off duck behind cover. All of them are going to start rushing the wall. Eric, you're going to see them running unnaturally fast. They are very, very fast runners. They are going to use their movement to get up to the wall. And this one, who is dragging the prisoner or is dragging the hostage, they are just going to move out further. And Eric, you will not see what they're doing here, but you can hear them ripping something. It almost sounds like they're ripping. This isn't what they're doing, but very similar sound to like ripping a bunch of pieces of paper at a time, or like Velcro coming apart, or something like that. Almost like an adhesive coming off. And you hear them sticking something onto the door. All 3 of them are going to use their actions to do that. That is all of their turns, which brings us to the archers. They are coming next, and they are going to see Eric run up against the wall, and all 5 of them are going to launch an arrow at you, Eric, for this guy, because he doesn't have line of sight.
Just what do we shoot at?
That guy.
Fuck this guy in particular.
Yeah. So each of them make 2 attacks with their action. The first guy, that's a 19 and a 13. I'm assuming 19 hits, 13 does not.
19 hits.
Okay. Second guy is a 22 and a 10, so same deal.
Right.
Third guy is a 15 and a 10, so I don't know if a 15 hits you or not.
Nope.
And the last guy is a 14 and a critical failure, a natural 1. So this guy got a nat 1 on his last shot. He fumbles the ball big time, and he actually sticks an arrow in the backside of this big guy. He's going to take a couple piercing damage from that. But these first 2, they have the best line of sight on you. They definitely connect 2 arrows for sure. Okay. So you're going to take 10 piercing damage from the first arrow, and 9 piercing damage from the second, reduced to 4.
Okay.
So 9 piercing damage total. And they are going to centralize. They're going to use some of their movement to kind of get better perspective as a whole, tighten their ranks. And that brings us to Zapdos, if you would like to use him to do anything.
Zapdos, I'm gonna after he gives me that report, I'm gonna tell him to come back, and he'll fly down and just kind of take cover and perch like over here somewhere safely.
Perfect. Beth.
Just incinerate himself.
Chain lightning level 9. Yeah. So your boy is gonna jump into action. He is going to start moving towards the wall. I'm gonna move 10 feet. And then see if I remember how to use any of these tools. Bonus action, Misty Step up here. Then what I would like to do is I have 20 feet of movement left. Do I have enough to go? Basically, well, I would like to approach the wall here and then just drop off on top of this guy.
This could be the first instance of what do we call that? Fall damage? Inertia damage for chapter 3. I would say with your 20 feet of movement, you could just run straight off and fall off the edge, essentially.
Yeah.
I would allow you to do that.
I would love to just fall off the edge of this wall. Actually, not that it's gonna matter because I'm gonna do it anyways. How tall is this wall?
If you are up on this ledge and you're falling directly down, it's about 25, 30 feet. Well, for to be precise for damage purposes, I will say 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Teth is just while he's running and he starts to go into a kind of build because Teth, he's tall, right? It takes him a little bit of time to build up pace. So he starts running. Then he makes a big clapping noise in front of him, and then that's what creates the red tear in space. And he misty steps up to the top and just doesn't regard the guards up there because they're doing guard stuff. Don't want to distract them, right?
Yeah.
And then just vanishes off the the front of the gate, and then just is going
Perfect.
to drop down, sensor and shield in hand, and is just going to try to make this dude a crater.
Perfect.
Question: how much does Teth weigh?
He's pretty heavy, about 400.
Yeah.
Well, his actual. Because that's funny. We had this discussion in depth with that. Whatchamacallit, the
Inertia damage.
yeah. He's like.
Oh no,
I think
the balance.
the
I
balance.
think
Yeah.
Ursak is heavier by a couple
Yeah, because he has so
pounds.
much gear.
Yeah.
I have Teth at 383. So I just probably rounded up to 400. Yeah, he's big. It's not all solid. So yeah, 400 pounds. So imagine just dropping like a small fridge. That's the way I like to think of it. Just come crashing down, and I would like to whatever is involved with inertia damage and fall damage and me attacking this guy. I would like to do that.
I will read the rule that we decided on. If a player elects to jump from a height of 20 feet or more and makes it known to the table that their decision is to jump before they do it with the intent of attacking a creature below them, they can enact this rule. Both the jumper and the target take 1d6 force damage per 20 feet of fall distance, and this replaces all otherwise fall damage. Both the jumper and the target must also make a dexterity saving throw against a DC that equals the total fall distance divided by 5, plus all current levels of exhaustion, if any. If a creature fails the saving throw, they are knocked prone. So, Teth, I need a dexterity saving throw, please. The DC of which is minimal, so I'm sure you will succeed it. It is 6.
19.
Nice. And I will have him roll as well. Yep. Neither of you are prone, but you're both going to take 1d6 fall damage
All right,
or force damage.
give it to me. Feels my anger.
Oh, not bad. Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
I'll do it. Take it. And then following that, a sensor. I'm gonna bean him.
Okay,
I'm gonna give him the beans.
great.
I haven't
Give it to him.
used combat for this character for so long, so I'm like just talking extra so I can look stuff up. +9. Let's see.
Do it. Do
First
it to
attack,
it, man.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. I guess we'll just see how this first one goes, and if anything weird happens, because these just look like normal humanoids, correct? These were the normal masked
Now,
thugs.
now that you're up close, you have a sense that they are a little more dexterous than a typical human. They're definitely humanoid, and I mean, their limbs resemble a typical human. And again, everything's covered, so you can't be sure. But it just seems in the way that they move, they don't feel quite human.
Yeah. Okay. Well, seeing as they're a little bit quicker than I would have liked, I'll just do a regular damage. Do you want to separate radiant?
No, you do not need to separate.
I think it's 4. So Smackaroonie, 15 for the first hits.
Yeah, the second one, you rolled a 15 on the second one.
No, that's the damage.
Oh, that's the damage. Gotcha.
Yep. 15, sorry. Yeah, 15 damage for the first hit, which was a 21.
Yeah, it connects solid. You can tell with this hit. Keep using it. Nothing's going to get in the way of it, at least in their current condition. Good hit.
All right, next attack. 17. Does 17 hit?
17 does not hit. He's going to take a reaction, and he is going to attempt to take your weapon from you.
Ooh.
Okay. What am I rolling?
I need an athletics check, please. And he is going to contest it. And you're going to beat him regardless.
27.
Yeah, versus a 10.
Rolled very
He is going to attempt to grab at your sensor, and his hands just slip right off. He's still in shock from being pounced on by a giant robot. But the attack still does not connect.
Well, ladies and gents, that is everything I can do. I will ask is there C4 on the wall, Michael Brothers?
You, you can see on his person several blocks of what you might think are arcane bombs. You would recognize them as bombs, yes. And there are 3 of them strapped to the wall.
Okay, so Teth would know them as most likely arcane bombs. Okay.
Yep, very similar
yeah.
to the ones that you picked up in the prison, on that prison floor.
Yeah. Okay.
That you sold to Colm.
Yeah, Colm.
Sell him some bombs. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes when you're digging underground, because I assume that's what he does, because he's a mole rat, right? Teth will just say, we got some bombs here. Not get away from the wall. Up to specifically probably the knight. I know he is concerned about his party, but he's more concerned about the poor archer who's currently frozen in place and is going to get eviscerated by these bombs.
Poor guy.
Not that it would have done anything. For a brief moment when Teth passed him, if he was actually scared, he would have temporarily been not scared and then been scared again as his aura passed by him, which makes him immune to frightened and then
Feel
reattuned.
great. Oh, I
Yeah.
feel horrible.
Oh God, this is real.
What a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. I'll quit talking.
That's gonna. We're gonna move on to this guy, Teth. As you're down here now, he is much more imposing than he seemed from the top of the wall. He easily stands 6'6", 6'7", in beautifully crafted robes. You can see shining, undented armor underneath. Um, and he looks very confident. He's one of them that you can tell isn't really having fun with this situation. He's not. He wasn't laughing along with everybody else. He is now that his men have been attacked, focused on bucking up this wall. Essentially, his goal is getting inside and getting payback. Uh, he is going to grab this hostage and he is going to move forward with them up this way. And you can see he's going to take his action to strap another bomb onto the body of this person. He's going to stick it right onto their back. And he will then Teth, he's going to look over at you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom. Oh, it's actually pretty good. Let's see. Dirty 20.
That is just going to fail.
Yikes.
You are now charmed by this person, and you have a telepathic link with him. You feel you don't feel any pain. Nothing hurts. You feel very confused at first, and everything seems really foggy, like you don't quite know where you are. And then you feel strangely calm and comforted as his voice enters your head. And he is going to tell you, run away as fast as you can, and everything will be okay. Just run out into the desert.
Not again. Okay. Not Teth running into the wilderness.
And he's going to take his entire action and bonus action to precisely control you. And you have to start running using all of your speed away from this wall out into the desert until the end of your next turn.
I'm assuming he can do that on his initial cast. Like it doesn't use his action to make me move.
Correct. It's your next turn. You have to use your action to move and dash away. And then you can remake the save at the end of your next turn.
Got it.
And that's going to be his turn. That brings us to Crowbar. And Elias is right after you, Crowbar. So if you guys want to coordinate something, your initiative order is 14 and 13.
I guess if I'm going to keep him with me, I'll just tell him to stay with me and we'll just head over to these stairs.
Okay.
We'll both take the dodge action, I guess.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Fern Wellerby.
Okay. Firstly, would you be Because I never know. When I see a bunch of people like, well, I haven't seen them yet, but I know a lot of people are there. I'm thinking about using the Rod of Rulership, but are you still cool with that item? Because I doubt these guys are wise, and I don't want to just make this like a weird thing where I just charm everybody in this radius.
Uh,
Would you rather I not? I don't have to.
it's I allowed you to take that item. Go ahead and use it if you'd like to use it.
Oh, I don't know though. I don't want to like defeat the. Now maybe they all pass, or maybe they don't, and I end this battle way too quickly. So, I don't know. Um. ugh,
Do it.
fine. I'll do it.
Unless you want to save it for
No, I'm
something
not
you think
saving for anything.
will be
So
better.
I guess I would use it then. Yeah. In which case, I'll use my movement to get pretty close, and then I will bonus action Misty Step so I can get to a place where I can see them. Probably up kind of where Zapdos was ish.
Okay.
So, I did hear Teth's warning about explosives. I'm gonna guess. So I'll assume that straight on, here in the middle is probably not good. So I'm trying to keep a little bit of a distance while seeing them. And then yeah, my Rod of Rulership has a radius of like 120 feet. So yeah, let's just do it.
Do we all have to save as well?
No, actually, can I try to offset? Can I try to negate Teth's charming? Can I tell that Teth's looking a little off? Is he like patting the shoulder of the guy next to him, like my friend or something? Or do I have no idea that he's charmed?
Probably looks like he's about to go into a sprint.
Getting down on
The
him.
way the place that Teth is in, his position, you would actually not be able to see him from where you are.
Okay.
Your position is just a bit higher than that main area, maybe
Okay.
10 feet higher. And this wall directly to your left is
Mhm.
just too high
Okay.
for you to look over and see Teth. So you actually wouldn't be able to see these three guys right at the wall either.
Okay,
Your
okay.
point of vision probably starts
Yeah.
with
Here,
these
here.
large guys out here. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will hold up my Rod of Rulership with a flourish. And here I will link that again. It's been a little bit. And by little bit I mean a lot of bit. It's been a very long
Since-
time, like a year.
Yeah. Since like the second or
no.
third section of
No, I also used it. Didn't I use it when we were going for my orb? I think I may have used it with those sand creatures or something. I think maybe I did.
Might
that
have,
is
yeah.
that is the last time you used it. Yeah.
Okay.
For all those elementals. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so it's gonna be
DC 15 Wisdom save.
uh-huh.
Okay.
Or be charmed for 8 hours. 8
All right. I'm
long.
gonna do the. Gonna do the archers first, because they'll be easy to get out of the way.
Okay.
All right. So
This did really well.
I just went in order. So this guy is running away for sure. Or I guess what do you want them to do? You're just in control of them, right?
Yeah. I want them to. So
Charmed.
the ones that save, are they aware that I tried to charm them and that they outsmarted me or whatever?
Let's see. Doesn't say in the spell. I would assume yes, they would know that something was trying to occur.
Okay.
I would say that they wouldn't know that it was you though.
Okay.
'Cause
I'm
it's-
gonna. I want them to not start attacking our enemies then, but I want them to, whenever they knock an arrow, to always like fall short and then be like, "Oh, darn it," and then try again. Because I don't want their buddies to like snap them out of it or like think that anything is amiss.
Okay. So they're just like comically
Yeah,
fumbling their arrows
like one
on
slips in the
purpose.
sand a little bit and like spills his entire quiver, and he's like, "Aw, this will take at
Oh,
least
dang.
4 actions to put all these arrows back."
Okay. All right. Going up in the ranks, these 3 swordsmen that are the 4 smaller swordsmen. Save, fail, critical fail, and a save. Okay. This guy is charmed.
Wait, the first one is well, it's 2 of them are charmed, right? It's a 15.
Yeah.
DC. Okay, yeah.
Yep. So the middle and the most southern guys at the wall are charmed. The top one and the one still holding the hostage are not charmed.
Okay.
All right. Time for the big guys now. Top big guy, the gray one. He is safe. Second big guy, the blue one. He is charmed.
All right.
And then the leader. He just saved.
Yeah, it's probably
So
for the
you have
best.
2 swordsmen, 2 archers, and a giant hulking blue
Mhm.
armor-clad guy under your control.
Okay.
Interesting.
I really imagine the hulking blue guy is pretending to shoot arrows, but like he doesn't have a bow. He's just following the commands. It's like
It's all the same.
arrow.
All Butterfingers today.
Would you like to do anything else, Vern? Do you have any other actions?
No, no, I'm good. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the large gray guy. He has in his left hand the shirt of this beggar woman. And in his right hand, let's see, Eric, you would be able to see this. Teth and Vern, you would both be able to see this. Although it doesn't make much sense to you currently, Teth. A giant spectral greatsword just appears in his hand, wreathed in this blackish gray smoke. It's almost like he just puts his hand out and it extends out lightsaber style. A huge greatsword. And he is going to begin walking forward with this person in tow towards this spire over here.
Spire? My spire? Like my tower?
Yep.
Oh,
And he's going to
God.
take 2 big sword attacks right up here.
Oh,
A 6 and a 16. $15, 33. Or 47. He does he does double damage to structures. He's just going to start obliterating the stones of this tower. Eric, you can feel it, and Vern a little bit less so because you're higher up. Eric, you're feeling the stones starting to crumble beneath you. He's just taking giant gouges not out of the door. You can tell that the door is a more metal composite type of material, but the actual stone of the wall is just getting eaten away by this guy's sword.
Okay.
Next in the initiative order is the giant blue guy. He is going to mime some arrow shootings.
God.
Nothing's going to happen, and he just kind of like looks at his hands, like, "What am I even doing?" And he will stay put. That brings us to Urzak, all the way down at 4 in the initiative order.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
Noticing that he's drastically behind, he's gonna whip out some licorice and bite down on it, and cast haste.
There you go.
And then speed is doubled. Okay. So my action, I have 60 feet of movement. I'd like to do a running jump. Feet got here. 30, and then running jump and just like fucking tackle this guy. Big guy up here.
All right. Are you trying to are you going for inertia to try and knock him prone, or are you trying to like
Yeah, let's do that. I
not-
imagine he's like leading with a foot. I'm just trying to kick him in his dumb face.
Okay. Yeah. Before we do anything, you're both going to take 1d6. That didn't roll to everybody, but that is a 2. So you're going to take 2 force damage right off the bat. He will as well. And I need a dex saving throw.
And add resistance.
Dex saving throw from him or me?
From both of you.
I don't think Shield Master would apply. And that's a 2.
Oof.
Natural 1. But
Uh,
I have resistance. Nope.
you do have resistance. Good for you, man. I'm glad you have that.
With another natural 1
Oh, jeez.
for 3.
What a consolation prize.
You know what? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use Indomitable. I always forget to fucking use it. I'll reroll.
Go for it.
I have 2 prolonged rest now. There's a natural 20. Okay. So 22.
Hey.
Cool.
Nice. I don't think we ever established a rule for if you roll a natural 20 on this save specifically. I'll figure that out though, because there should be some type of bonus. Are you? I'm assuming you're attacking him.
Yeah.
Make your first attack at advantage. You jumped at just the right angle. You landed right on the dude's shoulder. He's not going down, but you have an advantageous spot to start stabbing at him.
I rolled 2 8s. 19.
That meets it. That will hit.
Oh, what hit? 12 force damage.
Nice.
What was the rule in the add-on damage again? I already forgot. For inertia.
It's you each take a d6.
Yeah, just
Six? Oh, okay.
1d6 per 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then with my hasted action, I I'll just do a weapon attack and keep it simple. a 26 for 13 more force damage.
Nice. Big hits.
And bonus action, I will shield shove him.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah, 13.
athletics?
Yeah, athletics or
Uh,
acrobatics on his end.
He is going to roll athletics. $13.
It's a tie.
I don't. Do you want to roll again? I don't.
Just roll again.
Yeah,
I don't know the
great.
rule there. 16.
29.
Okay. Yeah, he won that time.
I would say you can kind of do whatever you want. You're just on top of him, so you don't have a very good vantage point to try and get him back down on the ground. But you can hop off if you want, or stay on his shoulders if you want.
I will hop off. It's fine.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Cool. That brings us to the knight, who rolled on the opposite end of his scared friend, the archer. He is going to take his movement and his action to flee as far away as possible. And that gets him off of the map. Back at the top with the archer here. He is going to make another saving throw to see if he's still frightened. And he's good. Eric, you being there is really helping him out. And also he feels the floor crumbling underneath him too. He just kind of steels himself. He is going to shift down one window. And he is going to start trying to take out the archers out here. He's going to take 2 shots at the first archer he sees out here. And 13 misses. And 11 misses. He just moved too quickly. Didn't quite get him to connect. That's going to bring us to Eric.
Okay. I want to use entangle.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to pick the 20-foot square. Would restraining the archers be like any benefit to ranged attacks against them? I can't remember what restrained is versus prone. I think prone's bad against range. I wouldn't want to do that.
Restrained, I believe it only benefits melee attacks. Let me look that up because now I can't remember.
It
Becomes 0.
says attack rolls
Okay.
have advantage, so range would also benefit.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
for it.
So a 20-foot square and try to get as many enemy archers as possible.
Okay.
So that area is difficult terrain. And then when I cast it, they have to succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained.
All right. 20 by 20 square. Where do you want it? It looks like you're getting 2 archers. So you have these 2, you have these 2, or you can have
Is there a way to get
any way you slice it, you're gonna get 1 charmed archer at least.
Yeah, let's put it between these two guys.
I am not seeing any pins. I'm gonna
Oh, sorry.
restart. No. It's not you for sure. I'm just
So,
gonna reload
up-
my roll 20.
Up and to the right, the sort of two front middle guys.
These guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like Brad's ping is also like the same color as the sand.
I know.
Oh.
I can change my color, so
I wasn't even seeing my ping,
yeah.
so I think it was. There we go. Cool. Entangle.
Entangled.
Great.
Okay. Let's see if I have bonus. No. No, okay. So then with these bombs being there and the larger guy attacking the wall, I'm gonna jump over the front and try to land down on out the outside the wall.
Okay. Would you like to attempt to land
Well,
on somebody to attack, or you're
that's
just jumping
that's I
down?
mean, because I have my action with entangle, I was wondering, how you would let me do that. But yeah, I have a bonus action left if you would allow that over this guy.
It's a free action. It's just
Oh,
you
okay.
deciding to try and get the other. You both take damage instead of just you,
Okay, then yeah,
at the
sure.
risk of maybe falling prone. Okay.
Yeah, over that.
Yeah. Roll a dex save for me, please.
Sure. Yikes.
You're gonna take 4 force damage, and you are prone, my friend.
Okay.
Let's see if he's prone. He is not. So he's not charmed and standing over you, and you're prone. But you both took damage, so
Okay.
there you go.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
How much movement did you take to get to the edge? Wasn't that much. You still have half
No.
your movement if you want to stand up before the end of
Okay.
your turn.
I'll immediately
You can do
stand
that.
up.
Okay. Great. Because the next initiative is Teth's Periton. Would you like to do anything, Teth?
Yeah. So
Did the
So I really-
archers save their strength check or strength save?
The charmed one, it's going to fail automatically. And this guy, that's a good question. What's the DC?
18.
That's going to be a fail. They both failed.
Okay. So those guys are restrained. Advantage attacks
Nice.
on attacks.
Go ahead, Teth. I'm sorry.
So I was rereading, just trying to work out the details of the Greater Seed spell. And there's a clause on there that says it gains the ability to understand one language of your choice that you speak. Just because it understands it doesn't mean it can speak it. But on the, because right now I just have the like the monster manual mount pulled up. It says language is common, and then it says Elvish understands but can't speak. So does that mean it can understand common and Elvish but it can't speak it, or it speaks common and then Elvish it understands but can't speak? Need a grammar teacher here.
I'm gonna say that the actual beast, the Periton, would not be able to speak them and would understand them. I would say that because yours is a spirit in the form of a Periton, it would know those languages and could specifically speak them to you telepathically, but not out loud.
Okay, so it can't verbalize, like it doesn't have the components to verbalize it.
Correct.
Mouth
But he
speech,
can
no
use them
mouth.
telepathically with you.
Okay, so he has brain speech but no mouth speech.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the way that that's written,
Yeah, it's weird.
it's saying that like the comma makes it so it's common as a language, Elvish, but can't speak it.
Yeah, that's why it's weird. But I was
But
like, it doesn't really make sense, right?
yeah, but I looked it up and it says it can't speak either.
Yeah.
At least from what I found right away.
Okay. So, and that being the case, it is going to. We're on the western wall of the city. Yeah, because the city is like on the right side of the map, right? Is it going
Yes.
into the city we came from? Okay. Uh, if there are, is there any like, is it mostly just like guard post up here, or are there actually like commoners that are near these walls? Thought being, if there's commoners that are by the walls, this Periton is gonna like shoo the people away
There,
from the wall.
there are tents full of deeply impoverished commoners, very close to the walls, on the outside of the walls, directly up above where we are in the map, probably 50 feet up, and then the same, even closer to the south, or so it's flipped, but for the sake of this map, about
Okay.
40 feet down, 50 feet up, there are more people. Yes.
Okay. Just because it'll give something for him to do, and I don't have to worry about him for the rest of the encounter. He is going to go
Yeah.
fly north, and he is going to go scare those people in their tents away from the wall. Just
Okay.
go and just be a large, big, flapping, angry thing because he can't speak,
Okay. Great.
and that's what he's going to do. He's going to fly up.
Perfect.
Just leave him up here.
All
That was
right,
all.
we are going to kick it off with the first warrior here. And he is going to take 2 swipes at Eric. It's going to be 19 and an 18 to hit, Eric.
19 hits.
Okay. It's going to be 6 piercing, along with 13 poison.
Reduced to 3.
And
And
6.
I'm immune to poison. But I don't know about poison damage, like, or whatever, right?
Yeah, there's a difference between the poison condition and poison damage. I believe you are immune to the poison condition. Let me
Yeah, well, I'm
double
immune to
check.
both poison and poisoned with Nature's Ward.
Oh, then you're fine. So you just take the slashing damage. You can tell, though, as it's going through your skin, that the blade is coated with something.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, you are going to see him poof out of existence and reappear back here. And that will be his turn. These two are charmed. They are, again, just like the big blue guy, making a bow and arrow gestures with their hands and being very confused when nothing is firing out in front of them. And this fourth guy, the last guy, he seems to be pretty confident with his position. He is going to take out a pack, and he is going to take out a small package out of his back. That is all he is going to do. The archers now, of course, these 2 are charmed. The other 3 are going to fire off some arrows. The first one over here is going to fire at Urzok twice.
The one that's restrained has disadvantage.
Okay. This is for the first hit. That's a 12. It's going to miss. And the second hit is going to miss. Doesn't matter. This guy also has line of sight on Urzak. He will fire at him as well twice. Those are both going to miss. These archers are horrible. And this guy, he now sees the archer up there in the window. He's going to try and take a crack at the archer up there twice.
But also, if the archer that is restrained wants to try to free himself, he can use an action to do a strength save.
Okay. He might try that next time. Both of those are going to connect with the archer up on the tower. For 15 total piercing damage. Crowbar, you are actually the only one that would see those arrows connect. He immediately falls backwards onto his back. That was a big hit for him. That was a big hit.
Okay.
So he even maybe staggers back 5 feet and just kind of like falls over. After the archers, we are up to Zapdos.
Zapdos preens some of his metal feathers. That's called preening. And they like do that thing with
Like
like their beak.
cleaning, yeah.
That's it. That's what he does.
Just totally unbothered
Great.
by everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Teth, you
Wait,
were running
second.
60 feet in the direction of your choice away from everything.
I am going to see if I can make a line. I don't know how to do it. What is it, like shift?
Right click.
Yeah, if you're dragging it, while
Yeah.
you're dragging it, hold or hit right click.
Okay. I literally figured he's going to run straight through that man, that poor hostage, and run straight in front of this guy here, 60 feet.
Okay.
And potentially, depending on how smart his goons are, there's opportunity attack here. He's charmed, and then he'll be here.
The charmed creature is too distracted with what both of them are what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, that one's charmed too. I didn't see that. I saw the big
Yep.
guy. I didn't see the little guy. I just run
And you
over
can
a
remake.
hostage.
You did run over the hostage.
Should we assume that? Okay, could we assume that hostage would have tried to get away when its giant captor was doing this, pretending it had arrows? Wouldn't you think that'd been a good opportunity to like slip away?
the hostages are very frightened.
Okay, fair enough.
He's going to attempt to make a dex save to get out of the way of Teth at disadvantage.
Ironically, the closer I get, the less frightened he is, and then he gets scared again.
Doesn't matter what he rolls. I guess maybe I'll roll again just to see if he fails critically. No, Teth, you're bulldozing over this guy.
I just,
Yeah, with a 3, there's no way he like. Maybe he's trying to get away. Maybe he's like, "Oh, this
Almost
guy's
the
in a
worst.
daze. This is my chance to get free." He's just trying to like free his hand from his grasp, and then he looks over, and then freight train Teth. Bam.
Oh god.
Teth, roll to attack, but it'll be bludgeoning damage for the damage type.
yeah. You want to use unarmed, or do you want to use like just sensor?
Um,
Honestly, it's the same. Never mind.
Yeah, use your weapon attack because it's not like you're trying to calculatingly strike this person. Your whole 400-pound body is hitting
Oh my
flesh
god.
and bone.
21. 21.
Yeah, roll damage.
Again, sensor damage, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no. He's fucked.
He rolled a 3 dexterity save.
Oh,
He's not getting out of the way.
He's dead.
Teth, you're gonna have to make
Okay.
some sanity checks when you get out.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, I forgot to narrate it, but Teth kind of goes into that blank stare, like that few of you had seen when he was running in the forest, where he was just like focused, right? And you just see him, he was looking at that guy next to him in the bomb, then he just looks towards the desert, has that look of focus, and then just starts running, and it just runs straight through a man.
Yeah, nobody is close enough to hear it. Teth, you're out of your mind, so you don't realize it. But the amount of cracking and breaking that you would be able to hear from this encounter is sickening, frankly. Teth just steamrolls through this guy, unfortunately.
It's one of those things he like just basically probably like puts his hand forward and then it like breaks the guy's neck and pushes him back, and then Teth like steps on him twice and then just keeps going through.
Yeah, it was a stampede for sure. Roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
I don't know if anybody here has watched The Boys, like the first episode, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
version of the Flash that makes the girl explode,
Uh-huh.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Jesus. 29. Is that good enough?
That does save. Yes. Your 20 before did not, but a 29 does.
Well, I'm so happy
As
that
you
happened.
run, you first of all, you're staring right at an archer who is not charmed, who is like, what the fuck is going on? And as you're kind of coming to and looking around, you just see a trail of red mist following you in your wake.
This before he has his sanity breakdown, this poor guy that's in front of him is gonna get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna get Ken Shapiro'd.
All right, we're moving on to the leader here. He has this person with him, but now 2 people have jumped off the tower right next to him, and he is going to make several attacks. He's going to first advance and take 2 attacks on Eric. Both of which will miss, a 12 and a 13. And then he is going to attempt to grapple you, Eric. So I need either an athletics or an acrobatics check from you to contest a 22.
He did it. He did it. I didn't do it.
Eric, he's gonna with his left hand, because he's still holding onto this hostage. He's gonna grab your neck, and as he grabs you, so you are grappled at this point. He is holding you, and he pulls you in close, and he's gonna start speaking into your ear. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw, Eric.
Okay. Is it against being charmed?
No.
Wow.
Oof. Man, those were lucky rolls. You're gonna take 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
out of a possible 24. Great job, Eric.
Cool.
And that brings us to Crowbar.
I will tell Elias to keep an eye on our rear flank and to assist the archer on top of the wall.
Okay.
I'll have him run over there, and then I will enter a rage and fly. How much higher is this rampart where Vern is than where I'm standing?
About 10 feet up. 10 feet above where you are.
Alright, I'll just fly around it then.
Okay.
And then I should be able to squeeze by him over to this area. And
Yep.
while I'm still up in the air, like 10, 15 feet or so, I'll just make my 2 attacks from the air.
There you go. You attacking the big guy?
Yeah. So 25 and a 20.
Those both hit, yes.
Okay. Let me look at the glaive. So that first attack would be 10 damage.
Okay.
10. 1 sec.
Surely you have some
So I've
ability
got
that lets you just
2d6.
reroll ones.
So 15 damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And then 8 damage on the second attack.
Great.
And then once those are done, I think that's all I can do. So that'll be... I'll fall the 10 or 15 feet or whatever to the ground.
Okay.
And I will
He is
take
going to...
2 bludgeoning. So 1 bludgeoning.
Perfect. Elias is going to stay up on top of the wall with the archer, and that brings us to Vern.
I gotta hop out for the night, guys. I'll keep recording.
Okay.
Bye,
Okay.
Have a
Eric.
good night, man.
Okay. I'm going to make sure that it's in fact my bonus action actually. Yeah. Yeah. So just because Vern feels, like a little bit of the rumbling, if it didn't affect him directly, part of the wall was breaking over there. He knows there's explosives, so I think he's going to sprout his dragon wings, like his magical dragon wings, as a bonus action, and just
There you go.
take flight a little bit and move over here in the air. So he's still pretty high above, but just off the structure now. And then I'm going to. I think I'm gonna twin spell it to hit the big guy and the leader guy. So I feel
Okay.
like from my angle up, I could probably see both of them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me see what I want to do then. I'm gonna do. I mean, we know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use chromatic orb, but I'm trying to decide what level I wanna. And they're pretty
7.
big. Yeah,
Give me the big hit, Vern.
that'd be pretty big. I think maybe I'll do. I kind of like what I have some of my options for 7, so I'm gonna. You know what? I'll use my 6th though. I'll use my 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. And these guys are, one is clearly the leader and one is massive and scary. So seems like a good reason to hit. So and that burns up. Let me make sure I do all this math. So to twin it. It's been a while. That burns through 6 of my sorcery points because it's a 6th level spell, right? That's how it works. To twin it.
It's been a long time since I played a sorcerer. Let me
It
double
says
check.
spend equal to spells. Oh, yeah. Spend sorcery points equal to a spell's level to target a second creature in range of the same spell. Okay. Oof, okay.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah. Okay, let's drop that down quite a bit. Okay. All right. And I know, and I'll use my electrical powers, my lightning, obviously.
Okay.
And I'll get for one of the damages. I'll get a. Oh, that hostage won't get. Oh, he's just like surrounded by gore and violence. He won't get shocked, right? Or will he? Is he being held onto by the guy? So he's gonna get like residual. I mean,
There's
Seth has
no
nothing to
official
talk. That's already
mechanic for
obliterated.
that, so he would not conduct the electricity in through his hand.
We not only fail to save the hostages, but we destroy them in the most gruesome ways. Okay.
Sorry, we can't
Oh,
let
here
you
we
in the
go,
city. You
dramatic.
guys are absolute barbarians.
It was a
So
disastrous.
we're going to implode you with electricity.
All right.
This was supposed to have
To-
no implications for the story, but that goes out the window immediately.
The actual barbarian has done less damage, so he's not a barbarian
Right.
to the hostage.
Although
when
these people live in squalor, so I don't know how much the people in the city walls care about them anyway.
Okay, when I clicked choose damage type, it lists all of them and it's like, 8d8, 8d8, 8d8. Next to lightning, it says 1d8 minimum 2 plus 1d8 minimum 2 plus 1d8 minimum 2 plus 1d8 minimum 2. It's this long chain. I'm just going to click it and see what happens. But we can do a separate damage roll if this becomes something outrageous.
It's because you have the. Oh shit, that's
Oh.
interesting. It's because of your feet.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
Interacts
this isn't
with it.
cool. Oh, all those wasted sorcery points. Ugh. I rolled a 1 to hit.
Do you have seeking spell?
Oh,
Or
what?
seeking? I think it's called seeking spell. It's where you can like roll again, basically.
That'd be
It's
great. I do not have that.
You don't have it? Okay, I thought I'd ask.
Okay, so Vern looks awesome up there with his like spectral dragon wings that are newly acquired, and he has all this amazing lightning magic, and then it's just like, and he just like shoots it, and it lands beside him into the ground. The ground absorbs the electricity.
Hold on.
I think you make a second attack roll for your second spell.
You do make
Like
a second
20?
attack roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first one, roll me a d20, Vern.
For fuck's sake, don't kill the hostage, Vern. I've already done that. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Your sanity.
No!
No, no, Vern.
What? Why? Why, God? Why?
My boy. No, somebody else can be insane with Teth. Finally.
Oh my
Great.
god!
Oh no.
Hmm,
Poor Vern.
Roll for damage, please.
Oh no. Maybe he'll survive this. Who knows? Let's see.
Maybe you'll hit one of us
No.
instead.
You did a 6th level chromatic orb. He's not going to survive. He's going to
Maybe
melt. He's going to melt or turn into ash.
It's gonna melt him and go back to his ancestry and start
he
burning
fucking
his
does.
ancestors too.
It also kills his family.
Christ.
Vern, you cast the spell Chromatic Orb, and much like a pistol with the end of the barrel stopped up by something it just implodes and backfires back into your body, and you're going to take
No!
37 lightning damage.
No,
Mm.
me? It's to me?
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
I'm so much happier that you didn't shoot a hostage.
Vern's
Do
starting
you
to
get,
wish
do you
he
get
did that.
resistance to lightning because you're
No.
bloodline?
No, I have
Oh,
to
no.
choose to do that to have resistance.
Mm.
Okay. 37. God.
6th level, baby.
Oh.
You're like, wow, I
But you-
hurt.
This is what I'm doing to people? Why do I keep doing this?
Oh, first, that's a very sorcerer thing to do.
He becomes a monk after this. He's done with violence.
Shoot
I'm gonna go back
I
to
need to make
tinkering in my
peace.
parents' mansion.
Should have just stuck with this chain lightning ban. I feel like Chromatic Orb always
then,
fucks you.
you have a second casting on the. I guess I don't know who you were targeting the first time. So whoever you weren't targeting the first
I
time.
figured I would have targeted the big guy that's closest to me first. So
Okay.
the next
So
one will
now you
go
are
toward the leader.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
God, that was so funny. Holy shit.
Okay. This will hit.
That definitely hits.
2 nat 1s is
Definitely
insane, even by Trent standards.
Yeah.
That's so funny. It's so funny.
All right. 43 damage to the leader.
That was impressive.
That's a big hit. 43. That it gets him down below half. That breaks his grapple. I'm gonna say he lets go of Eric.
Hey.
That was a big hit. That was a
Alright.
big hit. Nice. Well done, Vern. Anything else?
No.
I can't
It's just-
remember what you even did because that just wiped my memory of the whole the whole combat. I have no idea what's happening so far.
What?
He's just floating
The
in there with his
metal.
wings, smoking. Just
It's gonna bring us to the big guy just below you, Vern. He has plenty of people to choose from. Urzok just stabbed him a couple times. Crowbar took some swipes. But Vern, you just shot a giant beam of energy at his leader. So he is going to turn directly to you, Vern.
okay. I'm so high up though, right? I gotta be. If I'm in the air above the tower.
You're going to see from your vantage point, Urzok and Eric, you will also see this. As he turns away from you, Urzok, you're going to see the armor in his face open up, much like Zapdos, the plates in his body. His mask does the same thing. It just like
Here he's at.
shifts away. And behind his mask is just flames, just white hot, no face, ball of fire inside of his head. And he's going to turn to Vern, and he is going to shoot a beam of fire directly at you.
Of course he is.
25 to hit.
Yep.
And he's going to do that twice, Vern.
No. Oh my god.
25 and a 26.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first one is going to be 19 fire damage,
Okay.
and the second one is going to be 20 fire damage.
1920. All right. Let's do
Is
some math
Vern-
here.
I say, is Vern still up?
He is, but he is not looking good. Well, he's like at a quarter right now, so not good though. Not good. So he's smoking even more so after that hit.
And Urzok and Eric, you and Crowbar would see this too. You can see all of his armor, his entire body, which is normally gray, like this greenish gray. It is beginning to glow red. It's a very deep red right now, but you can tell that his entire body is heating up. And that brings us to the big blue guy. He's still shooting fantasy arrows, so we're going to skip him. and we go on to Urzok.
Okay. Next to Crowbar, that peasant person, and
Yes.
then below boss is also peasant man with bombs strapped to him.
Yes. Yep.
At a glance, what does the bomb look like? The explosive. Does it look like it's? I know you said arcane explosive. Is it like look like a gunpowder satchel, or does it look like?
It looks more like a. It kind of looks like uh, a a bar of gold almost, or a bar of silver. But you can tell that it is. It has runes etched on it, and the runes are glowing as like a greenish blue. Um, and there are several charges on around the exterior that look like small versions of the bombs that you found in the prison. So it is very obviously an explosive device, uh, not fueled exclusively by gunpowder.
Okay. There's no indication that it would be ignited by anything else other than the runes. There's not
Uh,
like a wick on it saying like, like comical
there
TNT.
there are there are no wicks. No.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to. This guy glowing hot red making me wanna change my mind, but I'm
And,
not.
and you would also notice, Urzak, the peasant up here has not reacted yet. So his armor is glowing, but he is physically touching this person, and she has not reacted quite yet, as far as it being hot on her skin or anything.
Okay. Um. I have an interesting question I just thought of.
Okay.
I want to look at the wording of this first. Okay. So the way it's worded, I think I can take the attack action with my haste action and then do a shield master shove as a bonus action.
I think
It
yeah, I think
says
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's worded kind of weird, but that's kind of the way I thought. Like if you had multiple attacks, you know what I mean?
it's worded, it says to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. And then for shield master, it says if you take the attack action on your turn,
Mm-hmm.
use a bonus action.
Yep.
So we're gonna try that. Haste action, I will attack the how's leader guy looking over here?
Uh, he looks not great. He looks like he is
Squishy.
he's taken some chemical burn damage from Vern's electricity. His skin is very red. His clothes are singed, and yeah, he does not look his best, certainly.
I'm going to take 5 feet, use the haste action to attack him, and it's a 28 to hit
That'll hit.
for 8 damage. Sorry, 9 damage. That matters.
It doesn't yet. But it could
Uh,
soon.
And my bonus action, I will attempt to he was grabbing onto Eric, right? The leader.
He was, but his grasp was broken when he got hit by Vern.
Okay. I care more about Eric than some random peasant, unfortunately. I'm going to use the shove action on the leader guy and attempt to push him 5 feet backwards up against the wall. And the explosives. A 19 athletics.
I can tell you right now, he's probably not going to. When he initiates his contested checks, he uses his charisma modifier, but when he has to use strength or dex, except it's a natural 20 for a 21.
I'll do it. Regardless, as my action, I'm going to slide the sword across the top of my shield, igniting it in flame, and strike out at him with green flame blade.
There we go.
27 to hit.
Hits.
Not great rolls. It will be 12. 12 fire damage to Homeboy. And then it's going to bounce off of him and hit the big guy for 20 fire damage.
As it hits the big guy, you notice that it just glances right off of his armor. It doesn't even make any contact at all.
I assumed as much. But that is going to be my turn.
When you hit the leader, you see now that you're actually up close to him and you can kind of see him from the front. You notice that he's wearing a necklace with a little pendant on it. As you hit the leader and you drop him past a threshold, you see a small bead inside of his necklace start shining out, and it is going to cast a contingency spell back towards you, Urzak.
Counterspell.
Yeah, roll it.
Do it.
It's level 6.
19 plus 5. 24.
That does it. You see it start to glow, and then it just shatters in place. This is the first time you see him change from very confident and ready to kill all of you without a second thought to quite concerned. He was not. That was his contingency. He thought that would really push all of you back, and it was a dud, unfortunately. I'm going to give Crowbar and Elias their turn next week. But let's bump Vern. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I'm looking in the wrong spot. I was looking after him. The knight is next. He is off the map. And that brings us to the archer. He's watching all of this go down. And no, he's not. He's pushed back here. He is actually going to crawl back next to Elias with his turn. Eric.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna Thorn Whip the big guy.
Okay.
Thorn Whip.
Back, you fiend!
It's back.
Pretty much.
Return to the flames of hell. Yeah, that's actually gonna hit. His armor opened up kind of in the middle, so you find a weak spot and you get that whip right in between the slats of his armor, and that uh, he will take the 10 piercing damage for sure.
Okay.
Good hit.
Let's see.
Anything else?
What about if I just move around to his other side? No opportunity attack unless it's from the leader.
You would have to go around this way, so the leader would be taking an attack of opportunity on you. Yes. But if you're okay with that, then you definitely could move over there.
And if only you were playing Groundhog.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll take the opportunity attack.
Okay.
Fine with that.
He's going to attempt to attack you with his rapier. For a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 2 slashing damage, or 2 piercing damage, sorry.
Okay, reduced to
Reduced to 1. Yep. Not a bad opportunity attack to take.
So what does that leave me? Bonus action. I'll plant my shield in the ground.
Hell yeah. Okay.
The... There. And yeah, I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. The Periton is still assisting people up north.
Yeah.
And the only ones that are going to attempt to attack at this point, this guy is the only one who can out of these warriors, these swordsmen. He's going to advance on Urzok and take 2 swipes.
Is the guy at the
First
bottom
one
the hostage
is
charmed?
a natural 20. He is still down there. He is messing with stuff in his bag.
Okay.
So that is going to be 10 piercing damage to you,
Piercing.
Urzok.
Okay.
That's going to be his turn. And now that somebody's actually down here close enough to see, Teth, you will notice this guy he is laying out books. He has several books. He's laying them out in a circle around him. And he has cut the hand with a knife of this person, and he is holding him down with him. He's kneeling on the ground down here. And he is currently, with his action, rubbing the blood of this guy's hand into the pages of all these books. There are probably 8 or 9 books on the ground now.
Uh-oh. That's good, right?
Yeah, it's probably just painting.
Yeah, they're just
Finger
finger painting.
Yeah.
Blood.
I was waiting for you to act like it was your turn. It's still their turn. The archer is going to, this guy who's not charmed, he doesn't have any other real weapons on him. He's going to attempt to stab you with a dagger, Teth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Stabbing. Stabbing.
It's going to pop up as short sword, but he is using a dagger.
Aegon Borteth.
Neither of them will connect. Seeing his partner in struggle, this guy over here, who is still restrained, is going to take 2 shots at you, both at disadvantage. The first one doesn't matter what that roll is because he's going to miss with disadvantage, and that second shot's going to miss as well. God damn, dude. And this guy is going to use some movement to attempt a flanking maneuver and take 2 shots at you as well, Teth.
Yeah.
For a 22 and a 23.
22 misses, 23 hits.
And that is going to be 12 piercing damage. Teth.
Got it.
So he catches you right in the side.
Was it a crossbow? Or no, bow.
Longbow, yeah.
Longbow, yeah.
I assume Zapdos is still back chilling. Do you want to do anything with him?
Can keep being cute.
Perfect. That brings us to Ted.
Yeah, snapping back to it. Teth looks behind himself, sees the poor civilian that he murdered, which I'm assuming is actually very much murdered.
Oh yeah, he was
super dead.
There's no chance. This super dead. Super dead.
Vaporized.
Teth will look forward towards the poor mate. That's pretty funny. It's just a spray appears. After seeing that, he'll scan back around to see it drags. What's that skid mark? Oh, we don't talk about that.
That was Paul.
That's when he probably sees the guy messing with the books, and then he just looks back to the guy in front of him and just says, "May Talos forgive us for our sins." And
shit.
His chest is going to start vibrating on the left side and start to glow a little bit brighter. And as a bonus action, he is going to use the Thunder Smite from the Orb of the Presidium. And is going to attack this fool in front of him. Assuming I hit.
Go for it. This is the last attack. This is the last action of the night.
Uh-oh.
So make it a big boy.
First one's a miss.
Uh-oh.
Second attack. Natural 1.
No.
I'll use my inspiration to roll again because I want this to hit. 18. 18 hit.
There we go. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I was about to pull out my table again.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to also dump a 3rd level Divine Smite into that.
There you go. Rock him Ken style.
Yeah. So that is first. So that is another 48. I'm assuming he's not a fiend.
He is not.
Okay. I will use this. Okay. Do you want me to separate lightning?
No. Is it lightning or thunder? Oh, from the smite.
Sorry, thunder. Yeah, sorry, thunder.
You also don't have to separate thunder.
Thunder, and then I'll actually, you know what? Since this is something I can do now, I'm just going to make all of this thunder. Because that's the thing I can do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have let you do that before too.
Yeah.
Those types of features are so dumb to me. It's a non-feature letting change a damage type.
Yep. You see more thunderous energy than previously. Now, Tep hasn't really channeled the orb in a while, so this is maybe the initial realization of, oh, hey, I can do this. So 3d8 base, another 48. So 7d8 plus 2d6 plus 4. Try that. So 43. And then I'm going
He
to
just
bounce it.
explodes from the inside out. Just sprays
Yeah.
from the out in.
Perfect.
There's nothing left of him. He's completely gone.
And then I'm going to bounce it 25, 30 feet down into the guy who's fiddling with the book.
Okay. Do it.
And just draw that energy. Is it a different attack roll, or is it just, hold on, let me read I haven't read this.
No, it is not. We decided on it not
Yeah,
being a
it
different
just-
attack roll.
Yeah,
You are
the
right.
second target takes damage identical to the original target.
Fuck.
Yep.
So,
Gone.
yep, missed.
Gone.
Vaporized.
And papers flying in the air.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
More splatters.
Hell of a
Whatever.
final attack.
This guy is being like dragged by his hand to like handprint all these books, and then he like looks up and that everything except for the hand holding his arm is gone.
Yeah, it's just,
Oh.
the books are now covered in blood.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Is that what it
Teth,
needed?
an interesting thought.
Teth, you, as you watch these two guys explode, just their bodies just vaporize, much like you did to that poor man earlier.
Thank you. I didn't remember.
You see all of the pages of the books start flipping back and forth, like they're in a strong wind, and the bindings of the books all begin to glow, and this spot right here begins to open up as a hole in the ground, and that's where we'll stop
Ooh, okay.
for tonight. That's where we'll stop tonight. Man, I can't believe that was the last thing that happened.
That's good.
Yeah, good times. Good
Wow.
timing.
Wow.
Wow, you had talked about doing a combat encounter, Barlos, and I thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, there's a couple little guys, like we're going to do this, and everybody's going to have a good time for 2 hours, just because I thought it was a short session. And it was like, first thing, it's like, all right, you get charmed and murder a hostage. Great. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're here.
I anticipated it being more straightforward, and then just all the charming happened. So now all these guys
Yeah.
plates,
He's charmed.
firing
Shooting
bows, hilarious.
Imaginary bows. That's hilarious.
I love it. Yeah, this is a great session, guys. Oh, and this
Yeah, good
this
stuff.
person, he's running away.
Oh, thank God.
Please,
The moment
run.
the books start flipping, he's running away for sure.
Please save yourself.
Awesome. Good session, guys. I appreciate it. I don't know when we're going to play this game next, probably in a couple weeks, but
Nobody remembers
we'll see.
anything about what happened.
Right. We'll have all the blood stains to remind us.
Ah, yes. The
Yeah,
stories
that's
they
true.
tell.
Should we make a hole next to that?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I will make a hole.
Okay.
I don't know which one of these I like the most. They're all pretty similar.
I kind of personally I like the red eyes the most, but I don't feel like that's very Herzog.
Yeah, so I tried to tell it to do blue eyes, and it kept making the dragon blue.
Blue, yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
what was your? Let's compare with what I'm paying for every month with Midjourney. So tell me your exact prompt that got you those things.
This was D&D buff silver dragonborn paladin with a long snout and silver eyes.
Long snout and silver eyes. All right, let's see what I can get.
That Zapdos was too fucking adorable.
Yeah, it looks like a
Like
a
cheap.
chocobo,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like an armored chocobo.
That was the result of let's see, what did I try to?
Oh, absolutely! I'm changing Zapdos's picture to that. That's amazing. I didn't see that
D&D,
until
tiny,
now.
adorable electric metal bird shooting lightning. That's what I wrote.
Squeak, squeak.
It's so good. I'll make it tomorrow, and I'll make your Paraton tomorrow too.
Yeah, it's okay. We have like 3 weeks, right? So
That's true. I don't have to do anything tomorrow.
yeah, you don't have any shit tomorrow, Michael Morales. You just do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm not getting. Maybe one kind of has silver eyes here. These are the 4 options that I got. Let me upload them.
All right, guys, I'm taking off. You guys
All right.
have a great. I'll
All
see
right,
you next
everybody.
week.
All right,
See you,
See
Barlows.
then.
I did.
Bye.
cool. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
I'll post it,
Red.
Donnie. I'll post the
All right.
moderator's box. All right,
Sounds
see
good.
ya.
See you in a week.